Hello, everybody. It is I, the Lone Waffle, and welcome back to the third episode of the Lodge Podcast, co-hosted by my dear friend, Junk slash
Oh,
Junk Skeleton. So,
uh,
did you want to introduce the topics today, or at least the main topic that we're going to start with?
extraterrestrial life, the alien guys, the spooky guys in the space.
Yeah. So, just pretty much everything about aliens, everything that we can think of. So, start us off. The basic question: what do you think of alien life? Do you think it's out there? Do you not think it's out there? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's like the same thing like with ghosts. It's like there's so many things to like prove it and disprove it, and it's just fun to think about. Like, yeah, even if they aren't real, it's just something that it's just fun to think about.
I
You
suppose,
know?
yeah.
And
Yeah,
like,
I went.
I mean,
Oh, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say, and like, can you really say that there's no other life in our universe?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said last time because I
Hmm.
I shared I shared a little tidbit of my thoughts on that. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's like we were talking about in the last stream. The universe is pretty much infinite, if not like seriously infinite.
yeah,
It'd be kind of self-absorbed of us to assume that we are like the only intelligent life in this massive cesspool of stars and planets. You know?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's all these like so-called sightings of UFOs, and it'll be like a Bigfoot render, like you know how like all those photos
Yeah,
of Bigfoot
that
is
kind of
like two
bullshit.
pixels. It's
Yeah,
like
my
two
thoughts on.
pixels.
Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
I was just making fun of how it's always 2 pixels.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. But yeah, my thoughts on aliens. I do think that they exist, but I do not think we've met them yet, or even like seen them. All the sightings that we've seen have been like fake. Because like if they were just like scouting us out, I think they would have, maybe done something by now, made a
Yeah,
move. If we
shot us
actually
maybe.
have seen these.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, have you ever heard of the Roswell incident or whatever?
No, I haven't.
Really? It was like the basically everybody's main proving theory for aliens. It's like, hold on, it's like an entire thing. I think it happened in like New Mexico, I think. And apparently UFO, I think yeah. Uh it was a hoax. Never mind. Holy crap.
See, that's
It was
where they
19
get you. Those
yeah,
all this alien talk's pretty controversial because there's not really concrete evidence that isn't a
yeah,
hoax.
yeah, yeah, before it was proven a hoax, I guess, everyone was like, "Oh, yeah, this is real." That was 1947. Apparently, a flying saucer crashed, and people were like, and then there were a bunch of well, so-called real photos, and it was like, "Whoa, look at these alien bodies. This is
Hmm.
crazy, guys."
So what
But
was it actually? Was it just like part of a movie set or some shit?
I have no idea. I just closed my browser, so I have no idea.
Oh.
I mean, most of the photos are like a guy messing with like metal parts, so I think it was just metal.
Hmm.
I have no idea because I don't know. Like that was like the big thing that was gonna like be like, oh yeah, aliens are real. See, look at the Roswell incident, and well, it's proven a hoax. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad. It's sad that there's a lot of disproven things.
Yeah, but also like it's kind of good that they've been disproven because they're lies anyway if they're disproven, you know?
Oh yeah, true, true. But it's like, sometimes I want a lie. I don't know. I'm like,
You
I
want a
don't,
delusion essentially?
well, I mean, I don't want to be proven like, hey, no, these don't exist. Don't think they exist. At least want a chance. Like,
Well, no one's
say,
telling you that they don't exist. They're just telling
oh,
you that we haven't met them yet at the very least. Well, I do
okay,
suppose there are some people who, don't believe they exist, but
anti-alien.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, okay, out of all the planets, like near us, which one do you think would have the most chance of having like any sort of life, even tiny bacteria?
Is any chance of life from the planets that I know of that are near us, because I only know the ones in our solar system, really?
Yeah,
Really, my
yeah,
first thought goes to Mars, because they theorize that that place once had water, and
Mm.
water means life for the most part. So if I had to
Oh.
take a wild guess and they were right next door to us, I'd say Mars.
That's why they call them Martians. They're from Mars.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
But yeah,
Um,
personally, I don't really think there's anything like right next to us. I'm pretty sure it's all hidden, at least on the other side of the galaxy, if not in another galaxy in the universe.
I think it'd be hilarious if they were just like right next to us, like a
Yeah, if they were
Mercury.
right, if they were like on the moon this whole time, and we just never
We're
saw
just
them.
too stupid to see them. They've been like trying to give us signs or something.
Yeah, remember those weird pictures of that like that rock on the moon that looked like a face, and people thought it was aliens?
Wait, what? That was a thing?
Yeah, apparently, I think it was some NASA probe took a picture of the
Mm,
surface of the moon, and there was this rock there, and the lighting was just perfect to make it look like it was a face in like the stone. And
mm.
people thought like, oh, aliens must have existed on the moon to make that, but no, it was just a rock with the perfect lighting to make it look like a face.
Ah, yes, aliens must have
But
created
yeah,
this.
if any of you are curious on what it was, I assume you could get it just by looking up moon face on Google or
Moon.
some shit like that.
Um, Let me see here.
Yeah,
Moon
let's check
face.
it out.
Okay, it's a disease. What is this?
Moon face? What?
Long-term use of steroid medications. What is wrong with you, Harrison? What did you do?
Wait,
What did
what?
what
Are
does
are
a
you
moon
telling me
face?
that moon face is actually like a medical condition?
When you have a moon face, there's a swelling in your face that makes it look rounder, and the shape of your face gets fuller gradually.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Wow, thank
Huh.
you. This was very nice. I'm
I
s-
I did not know that. I'm sorry.
I'm, I'm so very happy.
I didn't even know it was a thing. The more you know.
Yay! I now know that well, it's not a disease, but it's like a
People can
condition. But
have their heads be in the shape of the moon.
that's amazing, isn't it?
The
I'm glad I
things you
figured that
learn
out
on the
today.
Lodge podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
That moon face does indeed exist. I mean, I think the only thing that I've heard about the moon having a shape of something, it was like I think it was like a building kind of shaped thing, and people were like, "This has to be an alien base, or at least like a secret government facility on the moon."
Yeah, look up like moon face picture, maybe. I don't know.
Moon face picture. I can't wait to see what this will get me.
Oh God.
Moon face picture.
Maybe throw in NASA there just to be safe.
Okay, yeah, because it just gave me a whole bunch of smiling moons.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep,
Google
I
will
see
get you
it.
that.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, weird, huh?
Oh, that is weird. I mean,
Yeah,
I
you can
don't
see
blame
how it
them.
looks like pretty much like a face, right? I'm sorry I can't. I'm sorry I don't have like the technological knowledge to pull this up on the podcast itself for any of you who are
Mm,
actually watching this and not just listening. But
yeah,
yeah, I'm kind of stupid when it comes to that. Thus, why I don't edit my videos
yeah. Just
because
look
I'm
up NASA moon
stupid.
face. Just look up NASA moon face. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that'll get you what you're looking for.
I mean, you can't really blame them. It does kind of look like a face, but I mean, come on, aliens. Come on, dude.
Like, of all things, why would they like make a face on the moon and just leave nothing else?
Because the aliens need a facility. They need to praise their Lord. I don't know.
But yeah, that was
It,
proven to be just a rock on the moon, nothing
I mean,
else.
that's not surprising. It's like,
Yeah,
whoa, really?
just a convenient trick of the lighting.
Just like, whoa, really? That little face looking rock was actually not a face looking rock made by aliens? That's crazy,
It
dude.
was just a rock on the moon with weird lighting.
Yeah, that's fake. That's not real. It was created by aliens.
But
I know.
yeah, I do tend to think that aliens do exist somewhere out there, or at least, at the very least, some form of life out in the
Mm,
universe somewhere.
be like Subnautica. That'd be so cool. Like a bunch
Yeah,
of life out there. Be
because yeah,
terrifying, but
like I said, it seemed kind of self-absorbed of us to assume that we're the only living things out there.
mm,
Intelligent, maybe, maybe not, like other intelligent life. I'd say
mm.
there's a good probability of it, but who knows?
There has to be
And
some sort of life, intelligent or not, you know?
yeah, that's definite, at least to me. But
Mm.
another thing is like, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Damn it. This happened last time too. Shit.
I know. Come on, man.
Think, think.
Gotta gotta drink some
Oh, right.
concentration.
Here's what I was gonna say. The
Yeah.
chances of us meeting, even if there is intelligent life out there, is, I'd say, very slim to near impossible.
Yeah.
Because, like, again, there's an entire universe that is said to be infinite. I doubt that we'd ever find each other.
Heck, if there's like other intelligent life, they're probably wondering, hey, is there other intelligent life?
Yeah, they're probably thinking the same thing as us, honestly.
I
Though,
mean,
oh, go ahead.
I'll go
Sorry, I'm a
after you.
master of cutting you off. I apologize.
We cut each other off all the time. We need to quit that.
We just need
But
better coordination.
we have no coordination whatsoever. Oh, it's a mess. But I was gonna say, you gotta be kidding me.
What?
I forgot. I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's contagious.
No, hold on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I can't remember. Oh, it was there. It was right there, and I forgot. Well,
Shit, damn
whatever. Go
shame.
on.
Well, yeah, I guess I'll move on with my topic. If you think of what you were gonna say, go. Feel free to interject. Whatever. But yeah,
Okay.
about a month ago, I'd say, I watched this short video on like aliens. It was just on my YouTube homepage, so I figured, hey, I got nothing better to watch. Why not? And it was
Yeah.
essentially Elon Musk, our resident, robot slash alien on Earth.
Yeah. Lizard man.
I don't actually believe that, by the way, but it is funny to think about. But yeah, he was talking about like all these things alien and space related, and how like, oh, we'll find aliens by like 2050, which I that's definite BS. But hey, what can you say? Who knows? Maybe some kind of crazy scientific breakthrough will happen. But the point is that one of the things he said was that a bunch of different scientists say that there are either like aliens absolutely everywhere all around us, or that there are none at all. And now, like, both thoughts are equally scary when you think about them. But honestly, I don't like. I'm more towards like a middle ground. Like, there are some scattered throughout the universe, but they aren't so frequent where like they're meeting each other left and right, and there are entire like intergalactic alliances being formed as we speak.
Yeah.
Though it is kind of fun to think about how like we for all we know right now, we could be caught up in between like two giant alien empires fighting for the Milky Way galaxy, and we're just over here playing with our little metal rockets trying to get to our moon.
Yippee! We just got to
like
Mars, guys. We
like
just
there are
sent a robot
there are
to Mars.
full Star Wars level battles happening like right outside of our solar system, and we can't even make it to fucking Mars yet. We can't get a person on Mars.
They got full-on ships with hyperspeed, and we're over here sending RC cars to Mars.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's like full like actual NASA like rocket engineers, rocket scientists, compared to like a child playing with like a toy rocket. It's kind of what the comparison is when you think about it.
I mean, yeah, if that those other guys got like what we're saying they have like Star Wars level ships.
Yeah, I'm not actually saying any of that's happening. I do think they're
Yeah,
very far away from us. Otherwise, they would have found us by now, or we would have had some kind of evidence for them.
it'd be like a
But
world in
yeah,
the world
you never
scenario.
truly know, do you? We haven't really been
Yeah.
outside of our solar system at all.
Mm.
Aside from that one probe that they sent out into deep space, so we probably won't ever hear from again, because I think something happened to it, like some malfunction happened, so it's just kind of
Well,
lost out there.
yeah, I was just gonna say, well, yeah, I would have guessed that would have happened. We just sent it out there.
But yeah, the idea was like to try to get, because it was just like, I forgot where it was going originally, but I think some kind of malfunction happened. No, wait. Did they really just send it out in deep space like that to see what they could find before it just stopped working? I think they did.
Probably.
Either they sent it out intentionally like that, or it was like a failed mission that turned into that, where they just
Mm.
sent it off and to see what it found.
Yeah.
But yeah, I forgot the name of it, but it's like way into deep space now. Like I passed Neptune, I think a few years ago, so it's out of here.
Wait, and we're getting back that we're not getting that back.
I mean, we never were in the first place. Because I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that thing was sent on like a suicide mission.
Oh, really? So we were just never supposed to get that?
Yeah, well, I mean, if they did send it out into deep space, because it's like a probe, they can like it can send things back to Earth from way
Yeah,
out there,
yeah,
I believe. Like
yeah.
they were just it was like a little research mission. So that thing was never supposed to come back. It was either supposed to like try and map out the outside of our universe, our solar system a little bit more, or it
Mm,
was just to like test out the strength of like their their communication devices to see how
yeah.
far out they could go before they just lose all contact with it. Either way, they probably figured something out. I don't know. I'm not like entirely
You're
sure
not,
on what actually happened with all that. I just know the rough
yeah,
details of it, like
you're no
always.
NASA employee.
Yeah, I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm just a
Yeah,
16-year-old.
yeah, you poser. You're just posing. What's wrong with you? Yeah, that reminded me because while you were talking, I remembered what I was gonna say because it was basically whatever you said. It was like they brought up like how there's either some life or like no life at all.
Yeah, like it's absolutely everywhere, or there's nothing.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of something to think about because like if we are alone, we have nothing to fear, but then there's also kind of nothing really going on out there,
Yeah, if there's
and
nothing there, that's kind of scary because then, like, what we have right here on Earth would be like
yeah,
a one in like what a one in quintillion chance of happening if there is
yeah,
no other life out there. Like that's
then yeah.
kind of scary that we just got that lucky.
And we're also kind of messing it up too.
Yeah, like for all we know, there might not be another planet like Earth that we'll ever find, if that's true. I don't really
Yeah,
think it is, because like I said, the universe is massive. It's really
yeah,
only like a statistical chance at this point. There's gotta be at least something else out there.
yeah. I mean, it might be like an ocean kind of thing. Like, you know how like very little of our ocean is explored, right?
Yeah.
Most of it is just emptiness. So maybe most of space might be emptiness too.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. Like there is a massive gap between us and the other aliens and massive gaps between them.
Yeah.
Like what if like each bit of life inhabits a certain sector of the universe and we're so far apart that unless we like can pinpoint an exact location where we can find them, we never will. Like it's
I
literally
wonder.
like searching for a needle in a haystack. It's
Yeah,
pretty damn
exactly.
hard.
Like we're like just this tiny little thing in this big, like imagine us as like a little cornflake in a big bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
We're a little cornflake with other cornflakes in a big bowl.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest comparison I've ever made.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
that
Yeah, don't agree to that.
yeah, I'm just kind of going along through bullshit like always.
You don't encourage me like, oh yeah, that makes sense, dude. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Huh,
You're
I
making
see.
discoveries.
What an intelligent take on the subject.
Yes, cornflakes in the middle of cereal. How intelligent? How intelligent?
It's totally
But
not
yeah,
like that bowl is like really tiny.
imagine it as like a bathtub.
Here we go again.
No, okay, okay, I'm just gonna
A
stop. I'm
bathtub and
just
the
gonna
soap bubbles in it or whatever. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, imagine as a bathtub and we are a bubble in another more bubbles, bubble
Okay.
bath.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna stop you right there because you're just gonna confuse
Mhm.
everyone with your
Ima
nonsense.
Imagine us as like a bowl of spaghetti and we're one noodle mixed with
uh,
other noodles.
all all right. I think there's enough out of you
Yeah.
for this segment.
I mean, okay, like you know how we're not sure if there's other life out there.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people that are like, oh, so they're little green men. Oh no, actually they're like tall, slender looking things. Oh, they're also green guys too. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways that they apparently look to different people, I guess.
Well, I mean, like, just the term alien is to describe like something that is foreign when you really
Yeah,
think about it. Like, it's at its root definition, it's just something that it isn't from here.
yeah.
So, like, I could see why that'd be a thing because we don't even know what these things could even look like.
Mm.
For all we know, they could just be like a blue skinned variation of us. Like they might not look all that different from us. They could be humanoid too.
True. Or
Because
it, like
oh, go ahead.
we need to
So,
stop doing this. All right. Anyways, I was
I
gonna say
like talking and you like talking.
it's like it's like a spectrum thing. It can go from very humanoid looking to sort of humanoid looking and straight up xenomorph.
I mean, possibly, but let's think about this for a bit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to put this because, like, we don't know how the rest of the universe like works. What kind of laws apply on certain planets with certain
Yeah.
conditions?
Yeah.
So, just going off of like say we have a replica of Earth, but like a different life forms, different species on that planet.
Yeah.
I would say that in general, the intelligent life that would come from that planet would look fairly similar to us simply because of like how biology has to work, right? Like everything has to have a certain number of organs to work,
Yeah.
and for intelligent life to be intelligent, it has to have qualities that set it apart from everything else on the planet. Like they have to have the ability to become the dominant species on
Yeah.
Earth, on whatever planet they're on. The reason that we did was mainly because of our opposable thumbs and our large brains. Like we're able to easily manipulate situations to our advantage and like make tools to better suit any given situation. We're versatile, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like these aliens would have to have qualities at the very least similar to that, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I think like they wouldn't look too different from us. They'd look fairly humanoid. At least have similar qualities to us. They might not they might even be like they might even look exactly the same as us in reality. Who knows?
Actually, yeah, now I think about it,
Like
if
who
they
says their
develop
skin has to be blue or green or yellow or whatever? Like
who says
who
they gotta
knows?
have like big heads and
Yeah,
stuff.
and who says they have to be bald all the time too and have weird pointy ears?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if they developed in this like relatively same conditions as us, then yeah, they'd probably look about the same.
Though it is granted that they do have like similar like weird bizarro species of our planet.
Yeah.
Like they have a weird variation of like an ape and a chimpanzee, and that's where the intelligent life evolves from. Because otherwise, they might have like weird qualities, like a humanoid with dog ears or some shit like that. Like
Ooh.
weird abnormal qualities to us,
Yeah.
where they look mostly humanoid, but something's a little off.
Like uncanny. Ooh. But yeah, that's exactly what that is. Like I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Where something
Un-
like looks human but something's a bit off, or like something looks familiar but something's a bit off.
that is a because I'm not really sure what the definition of uncanny really is, at least how it's used today. But
Mm.
uncanny tends to describe something that looks like eerily similar. I wouldn't really say that's kind of eerie unless like they are like putting themselves in like a situation that is a threat to us. Like have you seen anything on the Mandela catalog that seems like it'd be up your alley?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I have.
Like the alternates in that series. Like
Yeah,
if they did something
yeah,
like that to us, then it would be uncanny. But if they were just like allied with us and we met them face to face on equal terms, then they'd just be like a weird like variation of life that looks like
yeah.
us. You know the difference between that?
Yeah, it's basically just another race of us because it's us, but they look different.
And they're from a different planet. That'd really be the only
Yeah,
difference, right? If we're
yeah,
going off of the assumptions they look similar to us, like humanoid.
yeah.
And
And
also, quick side note, for anyone
yeah.
who hasn't watched the Mandela catalog, if you're into horror type shit, that is it's good. Go ahead and watch it
Mm.
after this if you're into that kind of thing. It's really good.
I I watch it while eating chicken.
Yeah.
I mean,
But anyway, moving on.
I looked up uncanny. It says the uncanny is the psychological experience of something as not simply mysterious, but creepy, often in a strangely familiar way.
Yeah,
So yeah,
exactly. So something eerily similar.
yeah, very, very, mm, just I don't know, it's not well, it's unsettling to think about if something looked very similar to us, but wanted like, say these creatures that are like us do want to hurt us and don't want to ally, and if they looked similar to us and had, like, no defining traits or something,
Yeah, they
that'd be
could like
pretty
easily infiltrate us and then
yeah,
just like
blah.
they just blend right in. It'd be like a
Yeah,
spy from another country and like a war, but it would be from another planet, and that'd be almost discernible.
mm.
That's what people think like big celebrities are, like aliens and shit that are collecting intelligence on us.
Oh, he's a lizard. He's a lizard dude.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Zuckerberg,
Yeah, lizards
reptilian
have
fucker.
infiltrated our government. I know
By
there's
the way, we
videos
do
of
not condone any of that. We're not necessarily endorsing any of that weird conspiracy theory bullshit.
no,
We're just making fun of it,
yeah.
in
I
case
know
that
there's
needed to be noted.
yeah, I know there's videos of so-called lizards revealing their true form or whatever. I think it was like I think it was Queen Elizabeth or something, and she like blinked or something, and someone was like, "Oh my God, that looked like a lizard blink." A lizard blink? What?
I mean, Mark Zuckerberg does look like he blinks, like with his eyelids going horizontally.
Oh
Why?
no, I think the lone waffle has been exposed for believing in such lizard theory.
I mean, I'm just saying, it looks like he's constantly trying to blink like us. I'm not
Blink a
saying
lot
he's a
faster.
reptilian or an alien or anything. I'm just saying he looks kind of weird.
Looks like
I'm
he's
suspicious of him.
I think his human appearance is kind of falling there.
But on the while we're on the subject of like aliens that are like trying to infiltrate our ranks and want to ex- want to exterminate us or enslave us in some way, if we do ever meet like another race of intelligent life, how do you think that'll go down? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, if they do want to ally with us, it'll probably go down something like government will be like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And then the aliens will be like, "Hey, what's up?" And then they shake hands and woo, we're all good. But then there'll be some of us that don't want to team up with the aliens, and some of the aliens that wouldn't want to team up with us.
So then that would cause a war, essentially. Like
Yeah,
we get like
basically.
two civil wars on each planet.
Yeah, basically. And in the alternative way, if it's like where they don't want to team up and they want to kill us, we might as well give up if they have more developed weapons on us. It'll be like the 7-hour war.
Yeah, from
Literally
Half Life.
combined. Yeah, we'll literally just get steamrolled.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that recently. Like, so let's examine all those options thoroughly. If they wanted to be peaceful with us, and we're going off of like how we think of things as like gains versus losses, expenses versus revenue. Like when we decide something, we tend to like decide based of okay, what do I gain from each option, and what do I lose, and we go from there, right? You there?
Oh yeah, yeah, I said yeah, my bad.
Yeah, your mic didn't go off, but yeah. So we're assuming that they think the same way as us. Their brains could be wired in some different way, and they think in some way that we can't even like really comprehend yet. Who
Yeah.
knows? But we're going off of that assumption because that is also a possibility. They think differently than us. But yeah, going off of how we think, why would they want to ally with us if they can get here first before we can even get out of our solar system? Because we assume that they come from like at least far off in our galaxy, so they can get
Yeah.
here, but we can't get there. Why would they want to ally with us? They could want to
Yeah.
study us. That is a possibility. They might pity us and try to like protect us for whatever reason because they'd feel bad for us.
Yeah.
Or they simply wouldn't because we wouldn't be worth their time. We're too weak.
Mm,
Because, like, if they are looking for an ally that can help them in an intergalactic war, like we were talking about earlier, why
yeah.
would they call upon us? Like I said, we have our
Cannon
little tin
fodder.
cans that we launched into space. Well, what the fuck would they want with
Cannon
that?
fodder. Human shields.
Well, I mean, that would be a thing, but we can't even get out there yet. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and just bringing us on their ships would be useless, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean,
because they'd still
I
be
guess
using
that is
their
a good point.
resources just for us to die.
Yeah, it's a good point because if we're weaker than them, why would they want us? They'll be like, "Oh, I don't want those
Yeah,
guys. Those guys are gonna kill
like
us."
unless
Those guys,
unless we can make it there first and they can make it to us first, or and they can make it to us too, I'd say they wouldn't be interested in any kind of alliance unless they like pity
yeah.
us or some shit.
And if they're like kind of like, ooh, if they're like kind of ooga booga evil, they might take advantage of the fact that we can't really do much to them.
Yeah, and that's another situation that they'd want to kill us. They want to exterminate
Yeah,
us. Now let's
yeah.
go over why they might want to do that and why they might not.
Mm,
So let's just say they want to kill us, right? And they think the same way as we do. There
yeah,
would also be no gains to that, except for like maybe some kind of weird sick satisfaction, like how humans used to have like gladiatorial battles and shit, fights to the
mm,
death,
mm,
things like that, just killing us for
yeah,
pleasure.
yeah,
But again, that wouldn't exactly be profitable because like because like the Combine in Half Life enslaved people, turned them into their soldiers, and sapped Earth of all its resources. Am I correct on that?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like that'd be far more profitable to us to enslave us, not just kill us off. Because then, like, you wouldn't really get anything from us. You just get
Yeah,
maybe some weird sick satisfaction. But like
yeah,
enslaving us would be the most profitable option in terms of like both, because not only do they have the power to do it if they can get here before we can even get out of our solar system, and they're from a distant solar system off in our galaxy, maybe even beyond our galaxy, it would be infinitely more profitable for them. Like,
yeah. It's
think
like
about
a.
it.
I mean, I think it's kind of like it's kind of like a win-win thing because like they get us and we basically just work for them, and we get to live. We get to live.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily put it like that, because it could be like a totalitarian bullshit kind of thing, where it's like they kind of like raise us to be their soldiers too. Like they essentially domesticate us, because like think about why we domesticated cattle. We didn't do it because they wanted it to. We wanted to be their friends.
Yeah,
We did it because we wanted to exploit them for food and resources.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
we wanted to exploit the things that we domesticated. Like we didn't ask for their permission. We didn't really do it to be friends with them, except for like maybe like horses,
Dog.
dogs, cats, things like that. But even still, with horses, we used them for transportation back in
Yeah,
the
true.
day. So like we don't really
I mean, but
ask for permission from these things, though they
I
are
mean,
just animals. So who knows?
yeah. I mean, but even then, we at least give something kind of back to each of those domesticated things, like the dogs. We give them shelter and love, and sometimes for
Yeah,
those
with
of
like
the
farm animals, we try to keep them alive, but it's more for our own selfish gain.
yeah,
It's not exactly that we're thinking for them for the most part. We're thinking of like, oh, if this cow dies, I will lose a good portion of my profit off of it.
yeah.
So I should probably keep it alive.
Or like if the cow gets sick and you can't treat it or something, you'd be like, oh well, gotta kill it off or whatever.
Yeah, sell its meat. That yeah.
I mean, even if we are exploiting them and stuff, when we do kill them, we try and do it in the most humane way possible. Well, at least some people do.
Yeah, that is true. And I'm not saying that we don't really care about these animals at all.
Yeah,
I'm just saying we have our own agendas while we're taking care of them. Like, even
yeah.
with your pets, like, you got them because you want a companion. They didn't
Mm,
necessarily ask to be adopted by you. They're just kind of rolling with it because they don't know any better.
true, true.
Like, I'm not saying you don't care about your dog or any animals that you might own. I am saying though that, you know, in general, we tend to have our own agendas for that. Like we don't
Well,
really just do it out of the kindness of our hearts, because
I don't know,
humans are
man.
naturally very selfish animals, very
Yeah,
selfish creatures.
if you haven't noticed yet,
Yeah,
after a lot of wars and stuff.
and also the fact that we're literally letting our planet die right before us.
Oh, nah, it can survive a couple more nuclear bombs, maybe.
Yeah, if we ever come into contact with aliens, I assume that they'd essentially treat us like we treated cattle. They'd domesticate us in a sense and
Yeah.
use us for their gains. Well, just barely keeping us alive.
I mean, but even then, could you blame them? I mean, can you blame us? We need food. We need kind of what they have,
Well,
and
I
if we
mean,
didn't have them,
think about it like this. If they can already get to our planet, that assumes that they got like most of the things on their planet sorted out, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
food isn't necessarily an issue, resources. I could see that though in some cases, but I think in general they'd just be doing it for more profit, like extra money or currency or whatever.
extra Starbucks.
Yeah, like something to fund their intergalactic wars or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mm,
I do see that being a possibility, but maybe not a very common one.
yeah. I mean, it's still a possibility though. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's
definitely.
like how it's still a possibility that they could be nice, they could be not nice, they could look like us, they couldn't look like us, you
Yeah,
know?
we don't actually know any of this. We're just assuming based on patterns that we've seen and other humans and things and like the ways we think.
Yes, theories, people, theories.
Yeah. Yeah, we're basically just theorizing on this right now. We don't actually know any of this. We're just guessing. We're
And
just taking
also,
educated guesses.
and I think it would also depend on what kind of like environment they come from. Maybe if they come from a very like I don't know, good environment, I guess you could say. I don't know, for lack of a better word. They could be nicer or something. They come from a worse climate, then maybe they're going to be meaner and more desperate for stuff or
So
whatever.
you're thinking like maybe the British versus the Vikings. Like the British tended to be more mild mannered than the Vikings, who were from
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the hardiest country on earth, like Norway and shit, all the northern countries.
Scotland. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think
all
it's
that
something.
bullshit.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
something like that.
possibly, I suppose. That could influence their behavior a bit. Like
And
on
the
a harsher
environment.
environment, they need to be fiercer to survive, maybe.
Yeah, exactly like that. And maybe they might look different depending on that environment. Like if they're from a harsher environment, who
Well, yeah,
knows? Like if
that's just
yeah,
adaptations, Darwinism.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, who knows? Maybe they still might look human, maybe with a bit of add-ons or whatever.
Yeah,
But
again,
otherwise,
they could just look like a different race of people.
yeah, exactly. But I don't know. It's kind of a out there thing, you know.
Yeah.
Just aliens in general is an out there thing.
It is always fun to think about though, because like we're so actively searching for these aliens, but if like my theory is correct, we could actively be searching out our masters eventually.
Yeah.
Like we could all just be
Or
enslaved when we meet them.
we're either looking for our friends, our enemies, like our death bringers, or
Most likely our overlords, the way I see it. But yeah,
yeah,
like because think about it, like they set one foot on Earth and they could just say like, okay, this is ours now. You don't have enough power to stop us, so this is ours now. And
and they're
really,
like,
like if they can get here before us, like I've said this whole time, we probably
yeah.
wouldn't be in any position to resist.
I mean, some people
Like you
would
said, the
probably
7 hour war
try.
from Half Life too. Like they
Yeah,
just
some
wipe the
people,
floor with us if we tried.
yeah, like some people would probably try and fight back. Maybe their alien technology would probably like suck up the bullets or something. I don't know.
Yeah, weird sci-fi bullshit like that, and they'd
Yeah,
be weeded out and made an example of or some shit.
yeah. I mean, because basically in every way, like think about I don't know history or something. If it's like if someone if like people were trying to like I don't know how to put this. I don't know. Basically, if people were trying to like oppress you, people will probably fight back. It's just a thing that
It's like a
happens.
power
That's
struggle. If you have more
yeah,
power, then you can easily like get rid of that before it really gets to be a problem. The longer you just let
yeah,
it sit though and you don't do anything about it, then the bigger the problem gets. Like the French Revolution. They didn't do
yeah.
anything, so then eventually people stormed the palace and cut everyone's heads off. And they went absolutely batshit.
I like that. I like that. That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Why'd you put it like that? Like, oh, it's like the French Revolution. They went to the palace. They cut their heads off. Yeah, it's kind of like
Well, I
that.
mean, we're talking about like the potential of like a revolt, and what the
Yeah,
French Revolution was. It was a giant revolt in France. It was like the people weren't being fed. They
I know,
just
but that's
sat all the nobles and bullshit and people in power were just sitting on their hands eating their cake. And the peasants got fed up one day after they hadn't been dealt with, so they went and stormed the palace and cut everyone's heads off. That's what happened.
oh, poor dudes, they just wanted their cake.
Well, I mean, they were letting the population starve over it, so I'd say not poor them.
Oh, poor them. They
I
just
mean,
wanted some.
maybe it wasn't something to kill them all over and like
Yeah.
like cause a massacre like that, but they definitely weren't in the right. But the method definitely probably wasn't right either.
I mean, then again, we're like trying to decide which side was the better person, even though both sides were kind of bad.
Classic choice between two evils. A good topic
Yeah.
in morality, which we will probably discuss on like an episode after this, maybe even the next one, because I've been wanting to talk about that recently. Morality.
Yeah. I mean, do we really have anything else to say about the aliens? Any last comments or anything
Hmm.
before
Well,
we
do you have
change
any
the
final thoughts on
subject?
them? Like, did you want anything at all? Any final thoughts?
Uh,
Anything else you want to add? Like summarize what you think on aliens now.
okay. Summarization. Alien could kill us. Alien could befriend. Alien will probably take us as slaves, but they pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. I'd say there's definitely something out there at the very least, intelligent or
Yeah.
not. And if it is
Mm.
intelligent, the chances of us meeting them are very slim. But if we do, then
We'll see what
they'll
happens.
likely enslave us.
We'll see what happens in 2025.
Yeah, that's totally when we're gonna meet them.
I guarantee it. Trust me. 2025, January 23rd, 2:15 p.m.
If we're making the prediction now, that's when we're gonna meet the first alien.
I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. Watch.
Imagine you're actually fucking right, like dead on.
I guarantee people would probably want me dead.
Probably they'd use you some kind of prophet in like the history books. Like, oh, he predicted the first alien. He must be knowledgeable.
Watch how this one boy predicted the future. Look, see how you can too.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think we're out of stuff to talk about on aliens. So
Mm.
now for our next topic. Did you want to go into morality or did you want to go into the supernatural creatures and paranormal entities? The one that we don't choose will probably be the next episode, I'd say. But up to
Mm.
you. What do you want to go with?
I don't know. You've been wanting to talk about morality, so you know what? Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
All right. So, the concept of morality.
Mm.
A game that can't really be won, but can always be lost. It's quite mysterious how it works like that.
I
So,
mean,
have you ever heard of the trolley problem?
the oh wait, I think explain it to me because I feel like I have.
Okay, so I'll explain it to you.
Mm.
So, there are 5 people tied to a trolley track.
Yep, I've heard of this one.
Yeah, the trolley is going to hit and kill all 5 people. You
Yeah,
have the choice to pull a lever and change the trolley's course. But on the other track that the trolley would go on, if you pull the lever, there is another person that will get hit and killed by it. The question is, do you just step back from the lever and remove yourself from the situation and let the trolley kill 5 people? Or do you actively pull the lever and kill one person to save 5 others?
yeah. There's like in that problem, there's really no right answer,
Yeah,
but
exactly. There's no
definitely,
winning that situation. Either way, someone is
yeah.
going to die.
But
So what's
but
I guess the question between the lesser and greater evil?
yeah,
Because both
exactly.
sides
Like
can be argued for, though most people do tend to pull the lever. And that's in that situation where like the 6 people who are tied to the track aren't really identifiable. Like they don't have any
yeah,
backgrounds or anything. But it gets more complicated when you add shit like that in.
yeah.
So anyway, in
I
its
mean,
default state, what do you think you would do? Would you pull the lever or not?
I think it's yeah. I think I'd probably take the lesser one because think about it. That's five. like 5 dudes, 5 peoples compared to 1.
That
Yeah,
is
it's
true.
still bad. It's still bad, but it's definitely better than killing 5 of them and letting 1 of them live because you came out with less than you did.
Yeah,
With
that
less,
is true. That is very true.
yeah.
But when you really think about it, like, if you just let those 5 people die, you aren't a part of that situation. It's not your fault that they died, per se. I suppose it is kind of your fault, considering you had the power to stop it, but in general, you're just an innocent bystander.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you can just
guess
easily remove yourself from a situation like that. If you pull that lever, all of a sudden, you are accountable for a person's death, although you saved 5
yeah,
other
I
people.
mean, yeah, if we go deeper
That's
into
where
it,
it gets complicated.
yeah, because
Because,
if we're
like, you are
bringing laws
actively
into
killing
this,
that other person by making that
yeah,
choice.
yeah, if you're bringing laws into this, yeah, I would not pull a lever because then I would have
Because then it gets
one.
confusing really fast with the legal system. But yeah, let's just go
Yeah,
with there are no laws against this. Like, anything goes. It's Wild
yeah,
West.
we're in the Wild West here.
Yeah. So then you
But
would pull the lever if there were no laws against it
yeah,
that
if there
could
were no
potentially get you in trouble.
yeah, if there were no laws, then yes, I would probably pull the lever because I would save more than I would have had I not.
All right.
But yeah, but if there were laws, I I would leave because either way I'm killing somebody.
Well, technically, no. Not either way. You're killing someone because
Well, yeah,
you're
okay.
not
Yeah, if I pull the
involved in the
lever,
other situation. You are simply
yeah,
presented with the power to stop it.
yeah, if I pull the lever, then yeah, I'm killing somebody. But if I leave, then I didn't kill anybody technically.
Yeah. But yeah,
So
again, that's a situation where you cannot win. Like,
yeah,
someone is going to die no matter what you pick. It's just a matter of whether or not you involve yourself in the situation.
yeah. I mean, I
And
think
that also you
I
what you were mentioning with the law system getting involved,
yeah,
that
yeah,
also like supports my argument of humans being selfish creatures earlier, because you put yourself above the lives of other people simply because you can get in
yeah,
trouble for killing someone else to save 5 others.
yeah, yeah.
So
It's
yeah,
just
that
there's no
ties into my
winning.
argument from earlier.
Yeah, you just can't win in that. You just
Yeah,
can't.
me personally, I'd say if I didn't freeze up and like panic, because
Yeah.
I'm about to witness 5 people dying and I'm about to consciously choose to kill someone else, I think I
Yeah.
would too pick the lever because it would save more lives. Obviously, that's like the default argument for everyone. In that
Yeah.
case, most people do tend to go for the lever, but
Mm.
let's change it up because the trolley problem is very configurable. Now, to change it up, you still have the 5 people tied to the main track. You could divert it again, but this time it would kill an infant.
Oh
Would
my
you do it?
God.
The life of 5 adults or one infant. It gets a lot harder, doesn't it? When you
Yeah,
bring in
because
like variables like that.
I
Like,
mean,
what do you
okay,
value? The life of one newborn baby or 5 adults who have lived like partially full lives? They've had experiences. This newborn infant is a blank slate. They haven't really experienced anything yet. So, do you excuse that as a reason to kill them to save 5 others or not?
no, you can't. You just can't do anything there because you're like 5 people will die, and yeah, the infant's okay, but 5 people just died. I mean, I guess it won't really matter if you think about it. But then again, if we're going that way, it won't matter if the infant dies. It's just a grim situation.
Yeah,
You really
it's like a fucked up Saw movie.
yeah,
And
it's
again,
like,
like I said, in the trolley problem, there is no way to win. And there
yeah,
really isn't a way to lose either.
mm,
I suppose I shouldn't have put it like that earlier. They're just like, there aren't really any wrong choices. There are just consequences afterwards.
yeah.
But yeah, what would you do there? I'm really curious, actually, because both can be excused.
Oh,
Like,
come
there are
on,
reasons for both.
you're making me do this? You're making me choose?
I'll state mine after you, unless you wanted me
Okay.
to take the lead.
No, 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 no. I'll be the guinea pig. I'll be the first good to go.
Yeah, I'm genuinely
Okay.
curious in your opinion on this.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. Okay. Okay, so 5 people on one track, infant on the other.
And remember, you have to
Infant,
pull the lever to kill the infant.
yeah.
Otherwise, 5 people just die if you do nothing.
Yeah, okay. So I don't
Just
do
to clear
anything.
that up.
5 people will die. I won't be blamed. Infant die if
Yeah,
I
you're
pull
re-
lever. I literally killed a baby. I literally killed a baby. But if I let those 5 people, the 5 people, I guess it really depends on how old they are. If they're like 30s maybe, then
we're
I'm like,
talking like adults, so somewhere between like 25, 40, I'd say.
I mean like 25. That's uh
We're talking like just grown people, like adults.
yeah, just
So
grown, yeah, just
interpret that as
adults.
you will.
Okay, so they've basically lived. They've lived. I mean, I guess it depends. They have families or something, then yeah, I
Yeah,
guess they've lived.
they've lived like actual lives up to this point. This
Yeah,
newborn infant hardly knows about the situation it's in.
yeah.
So, like, there are many ways to interpret this and many ways to
Mm,
justify what you do. Like, there isn't
mm.
really a wrong answer here per se. There is one that is, I'd say, a little more monstrous, but it could still be excused if you really think about it.
Okay, okay. I I would have I would have to let the infant live.
You
I
couldn't
don't
bring
know.
yourself to do it
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard because yeah, you're killing like you're not well, you're not killing, but 5 people will die. But if you pull the lever, the infant will die. It's
because
just
of
not
you too.
yeah, and
That's
I'll
always
be
a variable in
blamed.
this. You have to actively choose whether or not to kill the other party on the opposite lane.
Yeah, I guess I'd leave the 5 to die because I can't really yeah, I'm literally killing a baby if I do that. So,
Yeah, like I said, there is one that's a lot more monstrous, but
yeah,
like I said, there isn't really a way to win in this situation, and both sides can be excused.
yeah,
And this is
good,
when you configure the trolley problem like this. This is where like the votes on it get a lot more like skewed and split because people can't
yeah,
make a clear choice. The other one, it was just a game of numbers. You save more lives. They don't have any backgrounds or any real personality to them.
yeah.
Now we're bringing like a baby versus five grown adults in. That's where the scales tip.
I
Now, for
mean,
my take on this,
yeah,
if we're talking like I don't have any sense of morality or anything like that,
yeah, straight psychopath.
I suppose yeah, and I'm just going off of like my personal beliefs, I
Yeah,
guess. I think I'd pull the lever simply because that baby hasn't really been through anything yet. Those five people, they have lived they've lived a lot of years to say the least. If they're grown up, if they're adults, like
yeah,
they have families. There are people who care about them. Like some of them maybe even have like girlfriends or wives, maybe
you know,
husbands and boyfriends.
you know,
Like when you think
I
about it like that,
yeah,
but
I
I do not think I would actually be able to pull that lever in just my default state, even
yeah,
though I'd say I would.
yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, yeah, the baby, yeah, it's a baby,
Like
but
yeah, definitely.
but
But
it hasn't really done anything.
exactly, it's just kind of there so far. There hasn't really been any progress made on it.
It was born and now it's here.
Yeah.
It's not like
And
it
those
hasn't.
five other people, like they have existed and like lived through an excruciating through the excruciating pain of life for
Yeah,
at the very least 18 years now. And by doing nothing, like you are sacrificing five people with all those experiences for a single infant who hasn't really seen anything at the world like.
and I guess there is also room to argue that the infant kinda has no idea what's going on, so it can't really I
Again,
don't
it gets
know.
really tricky, isn't it? Because
Yeah, it's
again, there isn't a right or wrong here per se. It's just consequences.
consequences.
And that's
Oh,
just how life is. There aren't really any wrong choices unless you get yourself killed and it's game over. That's really the only wrong choice I'd say there is.
I think that another wrong choice is joining a cartel.
We're not bringing the cartels back up, man.
But, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
another thing about morality, I mean, I don't know if this is like controversial or anything, but I do know that I guess Iraq, I don't know. You know how like we were deployed in like I think it was over in Iraq. I can't remember, but we've been there since like 2004 and only
Oh, I
recently
think you're talking
pulled
about
out.
Afghanistan
Yeah,
after
Afghanistan. That's
after the
what I want to
9/11
say, but I
shit.
wasn't sure. Yeah, but I wasn't sure. And
Yeah,
I remember hearing this story. Like, the guys. They were sitting in the Humvee or whatever, and this kid was coming up with a grenade in their hand, and it's like you don't want to shoot the kid, but if you don't shoot the kid, you all die.
yeah.
So it's like
So
do
what the
you
hell
shoot
do you do there?
yeah, do you shoot the kid, which I mean they still haven't really lived, or do you kill all your friends and the kid? It's like you gotta make a decision.
Well, I mean, yeah, like in that case, that kid is a suicide bomber. They're going to die either way. It's just a
Yeah,
matter of whether or not you save yourself and your friends. So I'd say in that situation, you
but
kind of
like
have to shoot the kid, unfortunately,
yeah, like
because
even if you
again,
don't
they're
want
dead
to,
either way. Like
yeah,
their
you
fate is
have.
sealed.
I know in the story they ended up having a shoot, and the kid did die, and they could tell that the kid was being forced to do it. So
Yeah,
the kid didn't even want to do it. So
yeah,
like
that's
it
the really
sucks.
unfortunate part of that because really they don't want to.
Yeah, it's just a whole morality is just a whole bad thing, man. It's just very
Yeah, it
complicated.
gets dark. I'll see your audio changed a bit. What happened?
What do you mean? Like, is it like worse or is it like?
Yeah, it got a little worse. It's not nearly as clear as it was.
Is this? I don't know. I can't tell. Where is it good? Hold on. Like here, here,
No.
here.
Speak some more.
Hello, hello,
Okay, I guess that's good
hello.
enough. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but yeah, morality is a very it does tend to be a very dark topic,
Yeah.
sadly.
I mean, I don't know. Morality is just a whole. It's just a whole bunch of doodads, knickknacks.
Because
Trim.
like the confusing thing about morality, and especially like why the trolley problem is so effective, is
Mm.
because everyone has a different sense of morality. Like everyone has different definitions of right and wrong based on their own personal beliefs. Like how
Yeah,
I would want to pull the lever on that infant as much as I hate to do it because like I value the experiences of like five grown adults more than like the potential experiences of a single infant,
yeah.
you
I
know?
mean, people would probably bring up the fact that like, oh, that baby could have cured cancer and you killed them. But
Like I
like,
mean, those five people still have the chance to, you know.
yeah, like, would you really risk it?
Like
I
who
mean, I
yeah, and
don't
like
know.
again, that's a big gamble. It could be a like could they could be an utter degenerate. You don't know.
And that's like okay, that's like five potential people to cure cancer against one that potential candidate to cure cancer. So I don't know, man. It's like
And I
it's
mean,
just
like these adults already have like an established identity to themselves. Like
yeah,
they've already chosen a kind of path. This baby, we still it's like a wild card. We don't know what it's going to do yet.
yeah.
So
I mean,
it is a big gamble because it could cure cancer. It could be the second Hitler. Who knows?
exactly. Could be a
Your audio is really cutting out. I can hardly hear you anymore. Sorry about that, everyone.
what is going on with my audio?
Okay, that I think that's good.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
What
Remember the first time I tried to connect my mic and the volume was all the way down for the mic?
is that? What happened?
Yeah, it was turned down a bit.
All right. Well, sorry for that loud
Apologies.
noise.
Yes, apologies, apologies. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
back onto the topic. It's I don't know. It's just a whole bunch of choices that you have to make. It's like a story game kind of. You
yeah.
just
When you're choosing one
choose
of those choose your own adventure
paths.
games.
Yeah, you just choose paths, hope to get the best one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, the best
Mm.
one's up to interpretation. Even still. Like there is
I don't know.
really no
It's just like
best situation for like there isn't the same best situation for any like two people in like every situation, you know? Because there are always
yeah, like
variables that sway a person's opinion. Like when I included the baby in the trolley problem. Like that really
yeah.
swayed you, didn't it?
Yeah, because like that's a baby, dude.
Yeah, where before you would have pulled the lever to kill that one guy, now you wouldn't because it's an infant in the way.
Yeah. It's like I guess it also depends on how some people are raised. Like if they're raised to hate like a lot of people, I don't know, they'd probably just kill they'd probably make it kill 5 people, reverse the trolley and then kill the last one.
I mean, yeah, maybe if they're like a psychopath or some shit. Or maybe they just don't have like the same amount of empathy as someone else, and that's how they make the
Yeah.
decision. They think about it
Yeah.
less.
Yeah, it just depends on who you ask,
Like
you
there are
know?
always variables in that, and that's why it's such a complex topic because there's no one answer to it.
Yeah.
And like I said,
It's
there's only two outcomes to this, but there's an infinite amount of like judgments from it and like explanations behind an action, you
yeah.
know? Like everyone has
Like
their own reasons, like how I said, like I would sacrifice the baby because those other five people, like they have been through God only knows what already, and just to end that right there for life, something that hasn't even been around for that long,
yeah. Like
you
say
know?
they're like recovering from something, like they just got done recovering or something, and you just straight up just killed them. So
Yeah,
like what did they do that
exactly.
for?
Like as much as I hate to kill an infant, I mean, those five people, they've lived this long. Why should we sacrifice them? And like I said, they're conscious of their situation. The baby might not be.
Especially if it's a newborn, then like I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
But yeah, it does get
It
complicated because our natural instinct is to want to like protect children.
yeah, like
Like that is
not
our
kill the
natural
baby.
instinct. That's why
To
so
just
many people wouldn't kill the baby.
but yeah, I guess if you think about it more like how you're thinking about it, like those people have been through a bit. The
Yeah, again, going
baby,
off like statistics and shit like that. But in
yeah,
terms
the
of general
baby,
morality, I do not think I would be able to pull that lever.
yeah. We can say all we want. We can say, oh yeah, I definitely pulled that lever, but
Yeah,
mm,
exactly. And I never said I would definitely pull the lever because, like I said, I clarified after my argument. Like, in terms of general morality, I would not pull that lever. But if we're looking
yeah,
at this from like a statistic analytical side, it would be more beneficial to, at least to me, to pull that lever.
mm,
If we're just
but like
disregarding morality in general, and
yeah,
not being a monster.
I was just exaggerating it, but like like I don't know. Some people will probably like there's like you said a bunch of the infinite judgments thing. People are probably judging us right now, like, oh, you'd kill a baby?
Yeah,
Wow,
that
dude.
and that's completely up to them. Like we
Yeah.
have our own thoughts, our own thought processes on this. I could
Like you
argue
want to say
back
the
that
baby?
they're, equally as horrible for wanting to kill five grown adults. I
Like
probably won't because that is a very valid take on it. But
yeah.
you know, like, because like I said, there isn't really a wrong answer here. It's just
Like
two evils, and the lesser one's up for interpretation. Because,
yeah.
like
I mean,
always, someone's going to die in the situation.
like you remember when we talked about that one guy that saw like Hitler in World War One or whatever and didn't
Yeah,
shoot him? That's also kind of a morality thing because had he known that guy would turn to Hitler, it's like it
he
sure,
probably would have pulled the trigger if he knew it was coming, but he didn't
yeah,
because it was an injured man who just wanted to get away. So he spared
yeah,
his life because he felt bad for him. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So
actually
that's
that's another good
also
case of morality.
this this like
Like if that
there's
was
so
just like a
many
fleeing soldier, do you think he would have shot him if like he wasn't injured? I kind of think he would have.
yeah, if he wasn't injured, maybe had a weapon too, then yeah, he probably would have
Yeah, if
shot.
he was like an actual threat, then yeah, he probably would have shot. But he was injured, making him seem more helpless.
Yeah.
So he just decided to spare his life because he pitied him. And then yeah,
And
that
then
guy was
there's
Hitler.
like and then there's also people that are like, "Hey, I would have shot that guy." But I mean, come on, like
Like
sure
you
it's
weren't
your
in the
enemy.
moment there, like because
Yeah.
again in those in situations like that, it gets really stressful and your mind's whirling on like all these different thoughts. So you're just kind of acting more off of instinct than anything. You're not really thinking straight
Yeah,
unless
it's
you've
not
been
like
through a lot of training and have been in this situation many times.
Yeah, it's like not like a thought out decision. Like the people that are saying like, "Oh yeah, I would have shot that guy." You weren't in the moment. In the moment, he was probably thinking, "Oh, it's an injured guy, but oh, it's my enemy. Oh, but I want him to live. I don't want to kill him."
And they
You
also,
know?
and everyone who says that also has the, the power of hindsight. They knew they know now who that
Yeah,
man was. That soldier didn't. He didn't know that that man was going to be like one of the most despicable people known in history.
yeah.
Like he just
Like,
saw him as another German soldier who was fleeing.
but yeah, getting back to the morality thing, you, it's just yeah, and in the moment, you're just going off of instinct because you don't have time to think about it. You have to think fast, otherwise, you're just there, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
uh,
anyway, going back to the trolley problem, let's make a new situation for you.
yes, yes.
So, let's see, how can I tip the scales this time?
Okay,
Hmm. Okay, let's do this. So there is one baby on the main track. So unless you pull the
oh,
lever, the trolley will hit a baby. On the
okay,
other track, though, if you pull the lever and divert the trolley's path, then it will hit and kill a puppy.
okay,
Now what?
okay. Come on, dude. This is messed up.
I'm
Okay,
trying to
okay.
make it as difficult as possible because that's how morality is. You have to make really tough calls.
But I would say that like if we're going off of the potential of these two, I'm gonna pull the lever
Yeah,
because the
going
puppy,
analytically. But like
yeah,
animal lovers would argue in favor of the dog.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, then again, that's also they're kind of biased, wouldn't they be?
Yeah,
Because
well, that's the thing about morality. Like we were
yeah.
biased towards saving the baby because that's our natural instinct when you think about it.
Oh, oh, this
And
sucks.
even in the first situation, we were biased by wanting to save the most lives because there were no other variables to worry about aside from the
Yeah,
fact that we had to physically pull the lever to kill someone else to save four others.
yeah.
So yeah,
Uh,
there's always a bias in here. That's how you make your decisions.
screw this. You know what? I'd have to kill the puppy. I'm
Yeah,
sorry for the puppy. I love dogs, but I'd have to kill the puppy.
yeah,
'Cause I
yeah. I'd
mean,
have to agree with you there.
if you think about it, that baby, like I guess you could say, oh, they have a chance to cure cancer. The dog,
That's just a dog. Yeah.
yeah, I
At the
mean,
end of the day.
I didn't want to like say that because that's like mean or whatever, but yeah, in truth, it's just a dog. It's
Yeah,
not gonna,
again, that's just a fact. It is a dog.
yeah, it's not gonna do anything revolutionary. I mean, yeah, you'll love it, but like it,
And not to mention that dog's a much shorter lifespan than the baby anyway. Like
yeah, exactly.
what's
The
like the
dog,
longest what's like the longest a dog's lived, like what, 25 years or something at absolute best?
uh,
Like on average it tends to be like 14 years, 15 years, I'd say.
hold on. The longest dog lifespan is 15 years,
Yeah. But like
with only some,
the longest a single dog has ever lived. How long has that
yeah,
been?
with some, only some living as much as 20 years.
Yeah.
The longest, yeah, some also 29. But other
Oh
than
yeah.
that, the baby will have a much longer lifespan.
Provided there aren't any complications that arise. Because
Yeah,
like
like if
again, life is very unpredictable. Who knows?
yeah, maybe the baby would like develop Ebola later down the line. Who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, in
It's
general, the baby has a much better chance of living longer,
yeah.
simply because of, how we're structured as humans.
Yeah, to put it simply, yeah, the dog will live shorter, so you would probably go with the baby. But even then, it'd
Okay.
also still be kind of tough pulling the lever and actively killing a dog.
Yeah. Again, there's no one here saying that it's an easy choice to make. Even with the
Yeah,
first one, when these people don't have any identities to them,
yeah,
like it's still difficult to make that choice. Because, like I
yeah.
said,
Even
either way, someone is going to die. That's not an easy thing to handle.
ooh, Ah, I
Okay,
hate these.
now we're gonna get into the most sadistic one that I have.
Okay, okay. What is it?
Okay, so it's back to the first part of the first one. There are five people tied to the trolley tracks, except this
Mm-hmm.
time there is no alternate route. Instead, you have the choice to physically push a fat man onto the tracks to stop the trolley and save those five people. Would you do it? That makes it infinitely worse, doesn't it? You're not just pulling a lever anymore. You are physically pushing someone onto the tracks.
Then again, if we're thinking about this, like, I guess realistically, if you want to say,
Like
that
analytically, yeah.
trolley, that trolley is probably going to go right through that guy.
Well, let's just say in the case that that will stop it.
In this case, he is so comically fat, it will stop the train, the
Yeah, let's just
trolley.
go off of that idea. Like that is the
Okay.
only way to stop this trolley from killing those five people. Would
You
you
know
do it?
what? You know what? No, actually, no. Well, okay. If I do push that guy, I will still be in trouble for killing somebody. But I guess
Well,
it's kind of like the
well, yeah.
first
Again,
problem. You're
we're saying
saving
we're
more
going with
lives.
this without laws, but yeah, you would be held more legally accountable for that.
But yeah, if there's no laws, I would push the guy
You
because
would
it's
really?
yeah, yeah, it's a problem because you're saving more than you would have had you not. Because if you didn't push the fat guy, then four people would have died, only one dude would have lived. But if you did push that guy, four people would have lived, only one would have died. So it's like the least die to live ratio or whatever.
I suppose if
I
you're
don't
looking
know.
at it analytically like that, but morally speaking, could you do it?
Morally, dude, morally,
Because yeah, that is a good justification for it being analytical, but not like
I mean, okay, so like moral, moral. I don't, I don't know because I don't know these guys. They're all just kind of humans. Sure, they're humans. Yeah, it's bad killing them and all, but I don't, I don't know. I don't know. Ah, I don't know. Why were you so surprised? Why were you so surprised? That made me like, kind of like, oh, did I do something bad? I
well,
don't
no,
know.
that's a very uncommon take on that specific situation because it's so much more personal than just pulling a lever. Like you are like seriously killing someone.
You were just straight up killing him, but
Like in the other form, it's like killing someone with a gun versus a knife. One is a
yeah,
lot more personal than the other because like you have to get really close with a knife. Same with
yeah,
pushing this fat guy. You have to get up like into his face and push him onto the track.
yeah. Oh,
Like that's why I wouldn't be able to do it morally. Because yeah, I
yeah,
do get where you're coming from analytically. Like it would save
yeah.
more lives, but
Morally,
morally speaking, you just couldn't. Right? It's too personal.
yeah, because yeah, morally, no, I probably wouldn't because, well, you're straight up killing somebody, and sure, it'll save people, but you're killing somebody still, and that's not good.
Yeah.
I don't know because even then, if I guess morally also, you would want to save the people to be good, but you're still killing somebody, which is bad, but more good out of the bad than bad out of the good or whatever. You know, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Just no easy way. I mean, you keep giving me these stupid situations. This wouldn't happen. This is fake.
I mean, no one said it would, but still, it's just
Yeah,
like an example of like just generally morality, like
yeah,
the
yeah,
choices and values that someone has. Like, do you value an infant's life over adults' lives?
yeah.
An animal versus like a baby animal versus a baby human? Like, what do you value more?
There's like no right answer. You just gotta
Yeah, that's the main
do,
topic of morality. Like,
yeah.
there are no right or wrong choices. It's just, your actions and consequences and your justifications for them. Because I think there might be some people out there who would push the fat guy simply because analytically speaking, it would be more efficient. Like there are some people who think more efficiently. There
Yeah.
are some people who think more like in terms of morality like us.
Emotionally,
Like we think more empathetically.
yeah, more emotionally, like,
Yeah.
I guess. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's such a mind-boggling thing, you know.
Yeah,
I
it's
think that
because there are hard choices
yeah,
to make. I don't deny that part.
yeah, my oh God, my head's hurting now. Oh,
It's like the time travel shit all over again.
yeah, except, this is a little bit less complicated. But yeah, morally, I probably wouldn't push the fat guy. Even if I'm saying I would push the fat guy, I probably still wouldn't. I don't know. That's just the way we
Yeah.
see it, I guess. I don't know. Now I'm just thinking about it. Now I'm just thinking what I would actually do.
Yeah, it's thought
Uh,
provoking, isn't it?
hmm?
It's thought provoking, isn't it?
Yeah, and I hate that. Hate thinking. Hurts my brain. I don't know. There's probably I don't know. There's many different takes, no wrongs, which is good. That way I don't feel like I'm the worst person on earth. Bunch of people do different things, you know.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh,
You alright?
I understand.
What just happened?
I dropped my water.
Nice.
Thanks. But yeah, I think that that's really it about morality. Because overall, that's basically all there is to it. Just bad, good. Well, not good. Just bad, other bad, and maybe something good comes out of something bad. I don't know.
Yeah, the choice between two evils.
It's like, would you? Would you? Okay, I got something for you. How about this? I got something for you.
Hit me with it.
All right. Would you blow up a school bus full of children, or would you blow up a Kmart full of shoppers?
Huh. So a full, like, are we talking like a full Kmart and a full school bus?
Yes. Black Friday up in Kmart and full preschoolers.
Hmm. So a Kmart is much bigger than a school bus, filled with a lot more people whom could be of all ages, versus a school
Mm-hmm.
bus of exclusively preschoolers.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. That is a good one. I'm gonna go with like analytically speaking, it would be better to blow the school bus up. I'd say just based off of how many lives you would save and the
Yeah,
vari-
yeah.
the variation of all the ages in the Kmart in
Mm.
question. But morally speaking, I'd have to blow the Kmart up.
I don't know why it's so funny just hearing you say I'm gonna blow a Kmart up or I'll blow the school bus of children up.
Hopefully, the FBI didn't overhear any of that.
CIA? Lone lawful exposed yet again? All right. Another one. Okay, okay, okay,
And also,
okay.
just for the record, all the shit that you hear on this podcast is mainly satirical.
Yes, yes,
We're not
yes.
actually thinking of blowing Kmart's up in school buses,
I will
for the
not blow
record.
the school buses up of preschoolers. I promise I will never do
Nor
that.
are we experts on anything regarding politics or extraterrestrial life or any of this bullshit.
We're just two dudes,
Yeah, we are just two guys.
just two guys talking about blowing school
Yeah,
buses
so
up.
please don't take us too seriously because we don't intend for it to be like that.
All right, I got another one. I got another one. I got another one.
Okay, go for it.
So, you have a nuclear bomb. You are in command of this nuclear bomb. You have the power to redirect it, you know?
Hmm.
So, you can either blow up, let me think, what do I want to blow up personally? No, I'm just kidding. Would you rather blow up Canada? Canada. Everybody knows Canada. Would you rather blow up Canada, or would you make it blow up the US of the A, or would you just let the nuke go and just blow up?
You could not have phrased that any more confusingly.
Blow up the USFDA or blow up the Canada? Or no blow up?
Just just no blow up. That because
Okay.
if you're saying it like that, that implies that the bomb will not go off at all.
No, bomb will go off. We'll blow up both.
Oh, it will blow up both.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Both are bad. Blow them both up. Fuck it.
No. Okay, okay. Oh, very much easy one. Very much easier one. This one will be a piece of cake for you.
If
Would
the
you
U.S.
blow
is
up?
going down, we're taking Canada with us.
Wait.
America,
Okay,
damn it.
here's the new and improved version. Okay, you have a nuke again, right? Ballistic
Uh-huh.
missile, whatever. Are you going to bomb France? Or are you going to bomb Britain?
Fuck the British.
Me
They tried to take
personally,
our
I would
guns away.
or would you blow both up?
France is cool. They're cool.
Whatever. Fine. I didn't want you to blow up
You just want me
anyways.
to commit genocide, don't you?
Well, no, I'm just saying the French are they're pretty cool. Again, we are not
Yeah,
we
we're
don't
not being serious at all with any of the shit that we said.
we don't actually hate the French, despite popular belief. Lone Waffle exposed yet again.
Shut up.
You're
So yeah,
nationalist.
I'm nationalist.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know the word.
Yeah, is that what you would call it?
What, where you
Technically?
hate specific nations?
Yeah,
No, that's just being
nationist.
American.
That's
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
it's just being American.
I mean, I don't
Oh,
know.
that okay. That's the highlight of the fucking cast tonight. Holy shit!
This is being American. It's very cool, very
It's
cool.
funny because it's fucking true.
Yeah, as much as some people don't want to accept that, it's kind of true, if we're being
Oh,
honest.
holy fuck! Oh my
Oh,
god.
live canceled after Lone Waffle exposed again.
That was fucking golden, man. That was beautiful.
I
That's
would
not
agree.
being that's just being American. Oh, I'm so clipping that. Oh fuck.
Yeah, yeah, I don't we don't actually think that, just for for a clarification just in
Yeah,
case.
we're just talking out of our asses. Don't worry. We're just trying to make this kind of entertaining.
Oh,
Everyone says the things on occasion doesn't mean they mean it. Like we have nothing against the
or
Germans or anything like that. We're all cool.
nothing against Canada, nothing against France or Britain,
Yeah, we're all
some
good.
things against
We're all
America,
we're all cool here. We're all
debatable.
having a good time.
Yeah. Hmm. Have you ever tried a payday?
that's out of topic. But
No. Okay. 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 I'll bring the morality thing into it, so it's on
oh
topic.
god. Okay.
Would you rather eat? Would you rather steal a children's payday? He's enjoying this payday, okay?
Uh huh.
Like I am right now. He's enjoying the payday. Or or would you steal a children's ice cream cone? Which one are you doing?
Hmm. Well, I mean, it's like there isn't really any like urgency to this. It's not like I'm gonna starve to death if I don't do either.
Actually, the children are starving. This is their only source of food.
Well, then how?
And you're
Then I'm
out in
just
the
being
desert. No,
so
and
I'm
you're
just
out in the desert.
so I'm just being an asshole and making these kids starve, even though I'm just fine.
Yes, yes. You're near no
That's
civilization. You're in your Bugatti. You see two children. They both have something, and you have to take away one.
I don't think you're understanding the morality of this. Like, what? Why? Why do I have to do this? Like, like in the trolley
Because
problem.
you're also starving. You're also starving.
Okay, there you go. Because like in the trolley problem, why would you pull the lever? Because like it could save more lives. Like you have more state. You have a reason to pull the lever. I don't have any reason to steal those kids' food.
Okay, you know what? You know what, Hersham?
What?
You know what?
What?
That child was
That
enjoying his
children.
Be quiet. That child, I was almost gonna say children again, was enjoying his payday. And you decided to come up in your Bugatti, all starving, and you took that payday from him.
If I have a fucking
That
Bugatti, then
child.
how the hell am I starving?
Because you
Can I blow all
you're
my
fasting.
cash on that fucking Bugatti? Is that why?
No, you're fasting. You're fasting.
Well, that's just
You know what that is?
starving by choice.
Yeah. Actually, no, you know what? Um, you decided to go on a diet. You're purely eating fruits and nuts.
Well, again, that's still making me an asshole because that's by choice. If I didn't have any access to food, then it'd be a different story. And
Okay.
if I
Okay.
wasn't
Okay.
in a
Okay.
fucking
Okay. New
Bugatti
thing.
of all
New thing. New
things,
thing. New thing. New thing. New thing.
okay.
Are you going? Are you going? Okay. Mm, hmm. Are you yourself, you personally, you morally and stuff, no
Mm-hmm.
analytics,
Mm-hmm.
you,
Mm-hmm.
are you going to steal the Statue of Liberty or the thing in France? I forgot. Eiffel
The
Tower. Are you gonna
the
steal
Eiffel
that?
Tower.
Yeah.
Well, again, what stake do I have in any of this? Why?
If you do not take one, you won't have enough money to pay your boss. You're part
I,
of a gang. You're part of an underground gang that needs to make a name for themselves.
so I'm suddenly part of the mafia, and if I
Yeah.
don't somehow steal either of these national monuments, I'll basically get murked. Is that what you're
Mhm.
saying?
Yes, of course.
Well, hmm.
If you steal the Statue of Liberty, every American will like be sad and stuff, and they'll start actually caring about other people.
Fuck off, Windows. I don't care about about any threats being found. Sorry, my computer went off.
Wait, what? You don't care about threats being found?
Yeah, my fucking antivirus has been going crazy like every single day for the past 3 years.
I think that, I don't know. I've had that happen before, and I didn't
Like,
do anything
threats
about it.
found like 27 goddamn times. Shut up!
What do you what how do you
It
have
keeps
27
pinging
threats?
me.
Well, is it like something on your computer, or is it just like an app or something?
It's just the Windows antivirus constantly annoying me.
Oh, don't worry, I disabled that.
How?
I don't know.
Wow,
Uh,
thank you. Very
can
helpful. I disabled that. How? I don't remember.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry.
I
Hold on. Wait.
forgot.
I idea. Okay. Go into settings. Go into settings.
No, we're not talking about this right now.
Go into settings. Look up antivirus.
You know, I don't think we have
Antivirus
anything. We're not doing this now. We're recording a fucking podcast.
and threat protection.
Shut
Uh,
up. We're not. We're not doing
um,
like. Shut up.
check.
God damn it. Both of you, shut up. It's like
Guess what?
sensory overload.
Guess what?
What?
After my computer has scanned 39,000 files, zero threats found. I think my computer might be better.
Uh, well, anyway, I think we're out of things to talk about. We've already said several controversial things today, which we probably shouldn't have, because they'll probably be taken out of context. But just in case it needed to be stated once more, we have nothing against the Germans, anyone of any race, anyone of any nationality
You're
or
also
ethnicity,
insulting me.
anything like that.
Yes,
Just
I love.
being stupid and trying to be funny, and most likely failing at it.
I also
Just
will
in
not
case that
steal
needed
things
to
from
be
you.
said.
I
I'm
will
also
not
gonna
blow up buses.
I'm also gonna clip that and take that entirely out of context and see what kind of chaos ensues afterwards, just for
I
fun.
mean, that's just clickbait, man. What?
Well, I mean,
Wrong
no.
on post yet again. But no, for disclaimer, I will not blow up buses full of children. I will
Yeah,
not
we're not
steal
going to do any of
national
that either. All this is
I will
purely
not steal national
satirical.
monuments.
Yeah, we're just trying to make a semi-informative podcast. It's actually just us talking about stupid things that don't matter. So, yeah, okay, again, in case any of that needed to be said, we're all good. We're all fine and dandy over here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna
But
put
yeah,
that on the shorts so it's easy for everyone to find, so we don't get labeled as bigots or whatever. Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah,
I think we've got everything. We need to stop before this becomes like racist.
yeah. Be careful. Twitter's gonna come for us. We gotta go.
Uh-oh.
Chris, they're coming. We gotta run.
I can't tell you how much times I've been on Twitter. Like, yeah, I have Twitter. I just go on there sometimes because there's the funny people that I like on there, the YouTubers or whatever you say. Uh, and they'll be like, I'm not even joking. On Twitter, you'll randomly get recommended a tweet from like an OnlyFans account.
Yeah, I bet.
But yeah,
There's a
I think
reason I
I
stay
think
away from Twitter.
you don't want to go there, man. But yeah, I think we're good. I think we
Yeah.
got everything.
So this has been the Lone Waffle saying very controversial things with his friend and co-host on the Lodge podcast.
Yellow.
And I wish you all a goodbye.